Topping deal news this morning, Ingersoll Rand selling its Bobcat construction division. For more on this mega deal Monday, right. Jim Cramer of TheStreet.com.
Well,
Hi, Jim.
No, not mega deal. There's only two deals, okay? I mean,
well, it's a $5 billion deal. Citigroup, who was bullish on this stock, didn't even think that it would go for this much.
Citigroup and Baird both put out pieces. Citigroup positive. They thought that Ingersoll Rand would be able to sell Bobcat for about $4 billion.
Yeah.
Obviously got much more than that, in part because the dollar's so weak. And, an outfit who bought it that wasn't even on the radar
kind of a no-name.
Yeah. And Foot Locker also putting itself up for sale.
Right.
Now, what I would point out here is that the Baird guy who was so bearish didn't even realize that Bobcat could be sold. Let's back up for a second. All this is completely meaningless. The market wants to go lower.
Yeah.
Now, the market's very oversold. It's minus 7.1 on the S&P's proprietary oscillator. People then ask me, I don't find that oscillator. I pay good money for the oscillator. I shouldn't even be saying what it's saying. It's proprietary to them. Helene Meisler, who writes for TheStreet.com and Real Money, also has an oscillator, very important. We are at a level where we don't go down. We don't go down hard from. And if we do go down hard from, we bounce. We're minus 7.1. That's happened in 2001. In 9/11. We also saw it happen in October of 1998. These are levels that are just levels where we have historically bounced. Now, I immediately get misinterpreted saying Jim Cramer is saying buy. What I'm saying is cover, and you'll get a better opportunity to sell at a higher level. I am not saying buy anything other than a couple of particular groups that have been insulated a la 1990, which is now the worst case scenario I'm using. Mm-hmm. The reason I'm emphasizing that is because something that's positive like Ingersoll Rand doesn't mean anything to the market. And what I really want to point out is that you could be rigorous and rational here, but that's not the way. That doesn't work right now. I'm rigorous and rational in StockPicker.com, and people are just frenetic and panicked. So I want to get into the heads of the frenetic panic people short term. Mm-hmm. Now, longer term, obviously things are working out. The Ingersoll deal shows that. But the short term is such that will be quickly washed away. And I don't want anyone to think that I'm enough of a Pollyanna that I am going to say Ingersoll matters. I am going to say that it will matter someday. Ingersoll Rand has bought back 40 million shares in the last 18 months. They can take all those proceeds and continue to buy back stock. But nobody cares. One day they will. Right now, I don't like being the person who says you should care about it. I'm saying, honestly, the better sale is to short IR into the idea that people will panic and sell it later because they don't understand what I just said. I am a trader by nature and also an investor. For ActionAlertsPlus.com, it's something that I would buy for Ingersoll because I have a 6 to 18 month horizon. But this market has a 6 to 18 hour philosophy. Mm-hmm. And that means that if we do go down here, the margin clerks will go to work and will sell more. So I am urging people short term to not look at anything positive.
All right, thanks a lot, Jim Cramer, talking about today's deal. Ingersoll Rand selling Bobcat for $4.9 billion to Doosan
Meaningless
Infracore.
Short term, very valuable medium term.
All right, thanks a lot, Jim. This is Wall Street Confidential outside the New York Stock Exchange. I'm Farnoosh Torabi. Stay with us.